Hi everyone, today we're going to transplant the green bean or string bean seedlings that we sowed 15 days ago. We're going to transplant them into the LO vertical gardening system. So the first step is obviously to do the first tier of the system, or the bottom tier. So the bottom tier we already did. It was the guajillo chilies and the chives that are in the greenhouse. So we're just going to do the next tier. To get started, we're just going to take one of the tiers and we're going to fill it up with soil. Green beans like a sandier soil, so we're going to keep that in mind as we fill this up. These tiny rocks to kind of make it a bit more sandy. I don't have sand, but I hope that does the trick. Okay. So apparently, when you're, transplanting string beans from inside outside, it's very dangerous for the plants. Like the roots are so shallow and they're fragile that when you transplant, they could, basically die because they're not used to being outside. So unfortunately, I did, plant them inside. So that kind of is an issue. But I do know that there's a YouTube gardener on the program's Epic Gardening. He did the same thing in a vertical tower garden, and he transplanted the seeds from inside outside. So I know it works. So we're just gonna go with this system. Hopefully it's not the weather doesn't affect it too much. It's been really warm lately, so I think it should be fine. I do know that on Monday it's supposed to rain though, so maybe Sunday night I'll just keep the plants in the corner or something, away from the rain, or behind the greenhouse or something, as like a barrier. But that'll come on Sunday. So it is recommended to put the trellis in first, so that you don't hit the roots of the green beans because they're so fragile. So you can see I just put one into each pocket, so to speak, of the system. Now I'm going to show you the top. These are 4 foot long bamboo sticks. So here at the top, I'm just going to put a rubber band around them. Now that I have this trellis up, it doesn't feel so stable, so I am going to add more soil here at the bottom to kind of make it a bit more stable. And I almost forgot, I'm actually going to add some cocoa substrate. I know I say this in almost all the videos, but the cocoa substrate is really important for not holding too much water and not losing too much water. So it keeps the plant roots healthier, because too much water can lead to diseases like root rot. And supposedly this also helps the plants grow faster. So hopefully we'll be getting beans quicker. Beans already grow pretty quick, like 55 to 60 days basically. So it's already been 2 weeks. So we have I don't know, 40 more days or something. 45 more days. Okay. Okay. So we have that set up now. It's still not too stable. I'm going to try to press down specifically by the stems, by the poles. That's better. Okay, that's better. Not too good, but still better. So it's recommended to plant 3 to 4 beans in each pocket, But the thing is, if we plant them all at once, then when we transplant the new ones, we're going to have to pull the old ones. So I'm only going to plant like 3 in each right now. No, it's supposed to be 3 to 4. So I'm only going to plant like 2 in each right now, so that when we come out here with the new seedlings in 2 weeks, we still have space to add another 1 in each. So we're going to do 2 in each first. So I'm just going to put it here and here on either side of on both sides of the pole. So I'm going to put green beans here, another green bean there, and again a green bean here, and another green bean there. So 2, 1 on each side of the pole for now. Bring the tray here so you can see. This tray was a bit too big because I only used, like I used very little bit. I used like 1/5 of this. So I'm going to try to pull it out. It's supposed to be like a plug, but it's so dry that it doesn't seem very pluggy anymore. So I'm going to try. Okay, that's cool. So I basically just push my finger up from the bottom. Okay. And I have this here. And you can see that it's been in there so long, the roots are actually starting to curve a little bit at the bottom. So it's perfect to transplant them now. So the first one will go here. So I have him here. But I think I would like to have the soil up to here. So I need to plant him deeper. So I'm going to take him out and plant him deeper. Through the hole here. Pushing up. Push, push, push. Get him. Okay. Now, I'm gonna plant him here on this side. Deep, deep, deep. There we go. And now, put the soil back. Okay, so this one is a lot deeper than the other one. So that's cool. I'm gonna try to do this one more time so that he's deeper. You can see I planted 2 of them now, and I've gotten almost up to this spot here, the first spot on the first node on the plant stem. I just want them to have deeper roots, so I try to plant them as deep as I can, especially since it's so windy here in Iceland. It'd be best to, get them even higher so that they're planted quite deep and they don't get knocked down. So that's the first pocket. So of the 12 seedlings that we planted, or seeds that we planted, we only got 10 seedlings in return. And I'm not sure why, but why the other 2 didn't grow. Maybe it was because I didn't water them as regularly as I should have, or because they dried up. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But it's okay. We got 10. We only need 6 for this system anyways. So, okay, so we have now we have 4 planted. And this rosemary is just store-bought rosemary again, so super cheap. Just got it, you know, just get it at Bonus or something. Okay, and see this plant already has all the roots bound pretty much here at the bottom, so it's nice that it's being transplanted now. So it has more space to grow. So we basically have 2 beans in each pocket. We have a 4-foot tall trellis that we tied with a rubber band here. And we just separated the trellis with 1 pole in each pocket. You can see here. 1 pole in each pocket and 2 plants per pocket for now, because we do have the, you know, the intention of transplanting 2 more beans in here at least, maybe 1 here and 1 here. But we're gonna do that every 2 weeks because we want beans all summer. Here we added rosemary in the center because this is a top tier, so nothing's gonna be here. And rosemary is a companion plant of beans. Rosemary does grow kind of big though, so we're gonna have to keep it trimmed so that it can stay here and not interfere with the beans, because beans are the priority right now. Okay, so we have the next tier here. Okay, so now we have this filled with soil, potting soil, coconut substrate, and some gravel to kind of make it a bit sandy. As I mentioned, these clay balls are not very good for this plant for beans, but they were mixing with the soil, with the gravel, so I didn't really want to, you know, take it out. But yeah, the least amount of clay, the better, because it could cause root rot in the bean plants. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, and you can see how I did that. I just followed the groove in the pot and attached it to the curve of the bottom of the second tier. So that's the first 2. So now we can see how much space we really actually have. But this is still good enough. We can still add, you know, 2-3 plants here. One thing that's going to be difficult is actually putting the trellis here. So let me get some trellises and let's see how we're going to do that. I think these... I actually think this could work. Or maybe I can try 1. Let's see how this would look. I think 1 is good too, actually. Okay. So we're gonna do 1. I'm gonna show you why. So if we put 1 here, it actually leans all the way up to this third one, to to the top tier here. And I can just put another rubber band here. And then it makes it even more sturdy, the whole system. So I'm going to do that actually, instead of having 3 here, because then that would just be by itself, while the big one is also by itself. So I'm going to do that. I've already rubber banded it here. I think this is a pretty good idea. I mean, I could get 1 more rubber band and make it even tighter, but since I'm going to go all the way around the system, I think I'm going to do that first, add the beans, and then finish rubber banding this and making it very tight. So first, I have the trellis in because I don't want to disturb the roots of the string beans. Put the bean plant in. Plug it in down here. Now I'm going to do this side. Okay. I'm going to add another trellis. Pulling it out and plugging it right in there. Plug it in. So I have these wheels that I'm going to use under the vertical garden. So there you can see it. These are the first 2 tiers to the vertical garden. It can only be stacked a total of 5 tiers. So these are the first 2. And then as the summer gets warmer, we're going to bring out the last tier, which has the chilies. The ones this one, the one that's in here in the greenhouse. We're gonna add that one to the bottom. And the 3rd tier and the 4th tier will have salads. So that's the plan for now. Although I do want to put this on the other side of the greenhouse for today to protect it from the wind. So I actually found this jar of old chamomile flowers that I saved. I was thinking of making a tea with it, but I forgot how long they've been in this jar, so I'm not going to make a tea with it anymore. But I've noticed that there's some seeds there at the bottom, so I'm just going to plant this into the chamomile flower pots here that are hanging. See, maybe we'll get a few more flowers. So I did notice here, you can see this leaf fell off of the chili plant. You can see there's like sort of white, I don't know, white like bumps or spikes here on the bottom. I didn't notice that before, so that's something I can look into. And there we have it. The first 2 tiers of the vertical garden. And I'm just taking out some extra ones that I see on top. The first 2 tiers of the vertical garden, and we put it here behind the, well, on the side of the greenhouse to kind of protect it from the wind. So we'll see if that helps out or if it makes it worse because maybe the sun won't get here. We'll just have to keep our eye on it. So that's that.